Thank you, Jim. I was actually looking around to see who he was talking about, because I should get a raise at that. Good evening, Mr. Bogart, honored guests, and my fellow nominees. I feel extremely fortunate and blessed to be standing here tonight before such an elite group of colleagues in honor of the first annual North American Regional Jean A. Gilstrap Award of Excellence. There is no greater honor in this distinguished organization than to be nominated for this award. And from the bottom of my heart, this is going to live in my heart forever. Although I never had the pleasure of knowing Jean Gilstrap, I see the results in everyone that she touched. Her kindness, her professionalism, her leadership. I had the pleasure of meeting her daughter Monica at our Jean A. Gilstrap Award last year in Miami. I quickly realized that the qualities Jean Gilstrap had are inherent in her family. You could see the kindness and love that her daughter grew up with and is now being passed down to her children, Jean's grandchildren. Jean would be very proud. And I totally lost my place. When I first arrived in Houston a little over 2.5 years ago, I had no idea how my life would change when I walked through those doors at Stanford. I never dreamed that I would be doing what I love most, traveling, helping people learn and grow, and having them find out that what they do and who they are really does make a difference. When I lost my father suddenly in 2005, I found myself thinking about the opportunities my father never was able to achieve. He had such hopes and dreams, not only for himself, but also for his children. Life was too short for him. At that moment, I was a daddy's girl, by the way. At that moment, I decided I didn't want to look back on my life and regret not ever taking a chance. I wanted to reach my dreams and my goals in honor of my father, make him proud. Out of every loss we have comes revelation and the motivation to keep moving forward and succeed. Shortly after my father's death, my brother Pedro and his wife Adi recommended I visit them in Texas. Now, please keep in mind, I was born and raised in New York, and the only exposure I ever had to Texas were John Wayne movies. So I thought, well, this is cool, let's go to Texas, I go see some cowboys, see some cactus. What did I know? Nothing. Pedro assured me that I would love it, and as much as I don't want to admit it to my younger brother, he was right. I fell in love with Texas the first 3 days of my visit. My only disappointment was not seeing a cowboy or getting a cactus. That's okay. Since then, I've been to the rodeo, saw some cowboys, and went to Walmart and bought a cactus. Now, while visiting, on a whim, I decided to interview with a financial company called Stanford Financial Group. 6 weeks later, I found myself in Houston, while my family remained in New York to prepare for the move. It was one of the most difficult things I've ever had to do in my life. Someone close to me once said, keep your eye on what's most important to you in life, and you can accomplish anything. What was most important to me at that time was to give my family a better life than we had in New York. And if that meant being away from my family, the people that I loved more than life itself, for 4 months, that's what I did. I've been blessed to meet so many good-hearted people here at Stanford, from Southern hospitality I received when I first arrived, to ultimately having leaders who helped me realize my potential and inspired me to move forward. They are always compassionate, supportive, professional, even when I have my moments, and we all know we have them. I've been blessed with many mentors as well. They all give their guidance, support, and kindness without a second thought. To all of you who have been there when I needed you, and there have been many of you, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Each and every one of you has inspired my life in ways you will never know, and for that, I truly thank you. Lotus B. Stanford's vision over 76 years ago is what inspires me most. His entrepreneurial spirit was so strong, it spanned 3 generations. 3! That really made an impact on me. It made me understand that if you truly believe in yourself and follow what is most important, anything is possible. Now, while today our country is again in an economic crisis, I reflect on Lotus's determination during the Great Depression. But this time, Sir Allen Stanford's at the helm. Sir Allen, I'm sure your grandfather would be proud at how you have made his vision a pinnacle above all others. Thank you, Sir Allen, for opening the doors of new opportunities, not only for me, but for every single one of us. Finally, you know I'm just a woman of so few words. My journey here tonight would never have been possible if it were not for the strength I found in my family and my friends. To my wonderful husband, Howard, of 25 years, who didn't bat an eye when this crazy lady called up and said, "We're moving to Texas." Even though he knew in his heart that it would be a great change to our lives, he believed in me. Thank you. I love you. To my daughters, now this is where I embarrass them. To my daughters, Nicole and Meredith, you are my life. Both of you had to adjust to such a change from what you have known your entire lives in New York. But through it all, I'm going to get emotional. You remained supportive and resilient. I am so proud of the women you have both grown into. I love you. I believe being here tonight is not just an honor that I share with these wonderful nominees, and they are crack-ups, let me tell you. I believe that it's an honor that we all can share as individuals. We wear the Eagle Shield and know in our hearts the true meaning of Eagle Vision, forging ahead and never looking back. I feel blessed to be part of the best of the best. Thank you all for your support, for the nomination, for being here tonight. I still feel like I'm dreaming. And I stand here before you feeling blessed and extremely honored to be part of this wonderful Stanford family. Thank you.